This is Primus Infant here, recording a video about probability. Probability is an interesting field of mathematics. And probability, in fact, is actually heavily correlates to the multiplication of fractions with other fractions. Link to that video in the description. So, let's say I'm pulling some marbles out of a bag. 4 of the marbles are red. 7 are blue. And let's say there are quite a few, so 13 are white. All in all, in my bag, I have 13 plus 7 plus 4 equals 24 marbles. So, what are the odds that I'd pull out a blue marble, for instance? 7 out of 24. However, 24 does not evenly divide by 7, and we can't simplify by it. So that's a very easy question to determine the probability of pulling out a blue marble from my bag. But what's the probability of pulling out 2 marbles in a row? Now, there are 2 possible answers to this question depending on how you ask. If I pull out a blue marble, do I put it back? Or if I put out a blue marble, do I leave it out? If we're 2 in a row blue odds, leaving it out, it's 7/24 times 6/23 equals 42 424 times 23. Okay, it is 552. So now we can simplify this even further. First, we get 21 out of 276. However, this can be divided even further to get by 3 to get 7 out of 92. And since 7 isn't a prime number, we can no longer simplify this. So our answer of getting 2 blues in a row, if we leave it out, is 7 out of 92 odds, which is not great. Wait. Yep, the numbers are good. They check out. And now putting it back in, our odds for the marble, for getting 2 marbles in a row that are blue, is 7/24 times 7/24, which gets us to 49 out of, 576. Now, 49 is semi-prime and can only be divided by 7, so let's see if 576 can also be divided. Quickly checking, nope. So 576 cannot be divided by 7, and 49 is a semi-prime and therefore cannot be divided by any number. So we are now done. 49 out of 576 is our odds if we put it back in. Now, let's say I pulled 2 marbles out. What are the odds that I pull exactly 1 out if I pull twice? Let me go fix that. Yeah, sorry for the loud noise. And so, pulling out some blues. Putting it back, my odds of pulling it the first time would be 7/24, and my odds of pulling it out the second time would be 7/24. So let's calculate my odds. 24 minus 7 is 17, and 17/24 is the odds that I won't pull it out the first time. So 17/24 times 7/24, which of course is the odds that I don't pull it out the first time, but I do pull it out the second time, would be 119,576. And this sum cannot be divided any further if my mathematics is correct. If it can be divided by an odd number, like 14 or 17, tell me in the comments. Actually, I'll go and check this on a calculator. Yep, it's 100% simplified. So 119,576 plus, what if I do pull it out the first time? Then I'd need to not pull 1 out, because if I pull 2 out, then it doesn't count. Luckily, my odds are also 119,576, because there's a 7/24 chance I'll pull it out the first time and a 17/24 that I won't pull it out the second time, which is my other winning odds of pulling it out exactly once, getting me to a total of 238 of 238,576. And this can be simplified further to 119. What is it? $288. And let me check that. And that can not be simplified further. So this is our odds that I'll pull it out exactly once. 119,288. If I don't replace, then the question becomes harder, but it's still 7/24 odds I'll pull it out the first time. And if I do, then if I do pull it out the first time, then there's a 17 in 23 chance I won't pull it again. Which gets me to 119 out of 552. And if I don't pull it out the first time, 17/24, then I'll have a 7 out of 23 chance of pulling it the second time, which again is 119 out of 552. So my total would be 238 out of 552, which of course can be further simplified to 119 out of 276. And let's see if that checks out. And yes, that cannot be simplified any further. So that is basic probability. And that is how you calculate probability. To get it twice in a row in probability, you just square your odds, e.g. multiply it by itself. And if you leave the number out, the marble out and you have to get it twice in a row, then you subtract 1 from both the numerator and denominator. And yeah, that's pretty much basic marble pulling probability. If you have any further questions, feel free to post them in the comments. And yeah, thank you. Be sure to check out the other videos, and if you found this at all helpful, please do consider subscribing to